being human is not easy. It means things will happen that will cause us to stress, get depressed, have anxiety. Things will cause us to leak our power, it'll take our power away. And so how do we get back to feeling better, feeling serene and connected to ourselves? By taking our power back. But what does it mean? What does it mean to take your power back? It's about mastering our vibration. It's about mastering the emotional, mental, and physical selves. It's about mastering the inner environment. So the electromagnetic frequency shifts moment to moment through our emotions and thoughts and whatever's happening on the outside that causes a reaction on the inside. How can we have a mastery of what happens on the inside? 10, 20 years ago, it was all about affirmations. Affirmations was the big thing, and that's old news now. Now we know that affirmations can be pretty much just a spiritual bypass. Now it's about being able to step into our power in every moment and own where we're at. Owning our emotional state, the mental state, wherever we're at, rather than trying to just ride over it with a positive affirmation. And so how do we own it? How do we own it? Through becoming aware. Awareness is the first step. It will help us to master our environment by first seeing what it is. Once you see what's going on inside you, then you have a choice of what you can do and who you can be. So society, parents, right, family has created a nervous system inside of us that reacts in a certain way. The way we are is taught by our outer environment as we grow up. Well, now that we're adults, we have the opportunity to recreate our nervous system. The nervous system has this thing called neuroplasticity, which is the nervous system decides which parts, which pathways, which patterns of emotions and thoughts, energy and motion, right, is emotion. Which ones are obsolete and unnecessary? Which ones can be pruned off? And what new pathways are now important? What are we wanting to create as our nervous system? We have this magical, powerful ability as human beings to have a rebirth all the time. Allow ourselves to become renewed through our own choice. So Radiant Heart meditation, which is this amazing formula that I learned from Raven Lee. And this formula is designed to work with our neuroplasticity and bring the energy, the wisdom of the heart to the foreground, rather than having the brain, which is actually not the boss in the body. The heart has an electromagnetic field that is 5,000 times stronger than the brain. And the scientists now know that the brain obeys the heart. And the heart sends 9 times more signals to the brain than the brain to the heart. So the heart is constantly telling the brain what to do. Okay? And so the Radiant Heart meditation is one way that you can get the heart to be the leader in your life experience and teach the nervous system that, okay, it's time to prune those old ways of stressing and reacting and all those ways of suffering, that all that muck that we live in our lives so much of, and to build new neural pathways that bring joy to us, neural pathways of well-being, of inner power, of connection to our wiser self. That's what this is all about. Now is the time to take our power back by aligning with our wiser self, by aligning with our inner knowing. We have this inner wisdom that has the answer to everything. I mean, the body is so wise, the DNA, our genes are barely giving their power to us. There's so much more inside of us that we can tap into. The Radiant Heart Meditation opens the door for us to be able to connect to our inner wisdom, to the innate knowing, and begin to channel in who we are, who we want to be in this life, which is joyful, self-confident, peaceful, loving, full of pleasure, full of power, full of love and unconditional compassion. You know who you want to be, and you can create this you through the Radiant Heart Meditation. Yes, it takes practice. It's simple. It's a very simple meditation. And it will take practice to realign the body, but it is so worth it. It is the fastest way that I know to get to this state that I'm talking about, this state of awareness and joy and pleasure and awakeness. Humanity is waking up, is growing up. This is what it's all about. Taking our power back means growing up, waking up, and mastering your inner environment. So I invite you to check in and see, are you called to take this Radiant Heart Meditation course that I'm starting on September 2nd? If there is an inner desire, inner knowing that is calling you to what I'm talking about, please email me and let me know by the end of the month. Let me know that you want to register and I'll send you the information. So thank you, blessings to you, and may you find your inner power.